Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, hello. I'm going to take you through how you can set up the front and the back of your gumball machine. So I'm going to start by, you can see I've got it all set up there. I've got my offsets, all right. Yeah, I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle, yeah? It doesn't matter what size that rectangle is going to be, because I'm going to go back up into here and I'm going to make my rectangle, let's say that my 1-to-1 scale drawing was 240 millimeters wide by 350 millimeters long. Okay, I can go like that. I can hit enter. And there you go. I've got the size of what the front and the back of the gumball machine is going to be. Let's just say I've got a little box that goes up here. And that box is going to be, let's make it 120 millimeters by 120 millimeters, because that's where I'm going to put my sweeps. You can see, if I go to the click tool, you can see that that and that are not connected. So what I'm going to do is I'm snapping to object. Yeah, I'm going to take that node and I'm going to drag that down to that node. So the nodes are where the corners, I guess, of the boxes. I'm now going to try and delete that line between there and there because I don't want the machine to cut that out. So I'm going to go and click and hold onto that to get this virtual segment delete. Virtual segment delete will delete any lines that are intersected by another line or by another point. So I've just deleted that out, okay? So now what I've got is I've got an object there, and I've got, that's calling it a curve, and I've got an object there, it's calling that a curve as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get those both, highlight them. It says I've got two objects selected. I'm going to group them together by going Control G. That's grouped together. So now I've got that grouped together. Now what I want to do is I want to print it out. Obviously, I can't print it out here, so I'm going to need to flip it around. So I can flip it around 90 degrees by going to here, pressing 90 degrees, and I can put that up in here. Now I can cut that out, which is fantastic. But before I do that, I'm actually going to Command Control Z that and go back onto there. I've got my, let me go back to the 2-point line. I'm actually going to have some things that go from there to there. I'm going to have some things that go from there to there, and I've got that one that goes from there down to there. Just putting this in roughly, yeah? And that one goes down to that corner there, and there's another one that goes from there to there, yeah? I need to put holes. I want to put holes in my plastic for the screws, yeah, to hold these lines together, these pieces of wood, yeah? I also want to put holes down here and down here and down here and along here, also to create so I can screw my pieces, my edge pieces on. I know that my edge pieces are going to be 10 millimeters wide. Yeah, so that means that I need to come in 5 millimeters into the center of that piece of wood to put those holes. Yeah, so what I can do, I'm just going to do this roughly. I'm going to draw a box that is 5 millimeters wide. I'm just going to type in 5 millimeters. I don't care how big it is because I'm going to delete it. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to delete it in a tick. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go to that node. I'm going to drag that to there. Yeah. So now, if I go Z to zoom and I zoom to the page, it'll bring me up to there. So now I've got that box there. I'm actually going to just duplicate that. I'm going to go Control D to duplicate it. I've duplicated it on top of itself. And I'm going to drag that up to there. And I'm going to drag that, sorry, I'm just going to zoom that into there and drag that down. So now it's about the right height, the right length. I probably didn't need to do that. So I'm now going to draw my first circle. So I'm just going to draw it anywhere. I'm going to make that circle 3 by 3 millimeters. So it's a 3 millimeter diameter hole. Okay, and that hole, I'm going to take it from the center. I'm going to drag it so it's sitting on the edge of this one here. Yeah. So now I've got that hole there. What I'm now going to go to do is I want to have one of those every, let's say, 60 millimeters. Yeah. So I want to go down in the Y direction every 60 millimeters. So I want to go down minus every 60 millimeters. Yeah. So what I can do is I can take this and I can go Command D. I can go Control D, duplicate. Can you see how it's dropped it down now? Control duplicate, 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 duplicate. Yeah, can you see that I've just duplicated that a number of times? Yeah. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do. Am I happy with that? I'm actually going to take those things. I'm going to move them up a little bit. See, if I go like that, I can move it all over the place. If I hold my Shift button down, I can actually just move it straight up. and it'll actually move them on the line. So holding the shift button allows you to move something in the X or the Y direction. So 90 degrees left or 90 degrees up and down, yeah? I'll do the same thing here. So I've still got that set at 60 millimeters. I'm going to do another circle. I'm going to make it, what did I say? 3 by 3. I'm going to drag that one up to here somewhere. I'm just going to zoom in and make sure I've got it right. I haven't got it right. There. Oops, that's not right. Edge. Okay. Now I'm going to go, did I say Control D? Control D, 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 D. If I zoom out, you can see that I've marked them there. Oh, let's go Z, zoom to there. So I've got that set up. That looks fantastic. What I can do now is I can set up, and it's a bit more difficult to do, but I can draw another 3 by 3, and I can drag that down to the edge there, and then I'm just going to go Control D, duplicate that. I'm going to move that around to there. I'm going to go Control D. Can you see how it keeps duplicating it to where I put it? I'm going to go Control D, and it's dragged it over to there. Another one there to the edge. So I've got all these holes. Control D, I'm going to grab that one. There, Control D, move that one to there, Control D. So I'm just wasting my time. Control D, and move that one to there. Let's just say I've got them all in the right spot. Yeah. Now I'm ready to print. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to print that box. So I'm going to function delete that. I don't want to print that box. So I'm going to function delete that. I don't want that. So I'm going to function delete that. I don't want that. And if I hold my shift button down, I don't want that one or that one. And I can go function delete. And I've deleted all those and I'm left with just holes. So now I've got all those holes. I can print that out and it'll print out all the holes at the same time. Yeah. First of all, I'm going to group it together. Control G to group it together. I'm going to move it 90 degrees, So it's sitting 90 degrees, so I can cut it out on the machine. I'm going to check that the outline pen is hairline. I can see down there it says it's hairline. So that means it will cut and there's no fill. There's no fill in the fill tool. So with that, I'm ready to save that onto USB and I'm ready to print it out. Okay, print it out, meaning I can put it on the laser cutter. Obviously, if I wanted to put some images or etch anything onto it, that would be something else, and you can look at another video tutorial for that. But hopefully that explains to you what it is that we need to do.